about his past life and how he became successful and how they can become successful as well. They just have to keep on trying.
I've got a question in general. Like, he was also like, you see in his song there, like, it was an unsigned artist, but the beat of that track, like, I've heard before, and that's the same with mine as well. Does that matter as much?
That's a really tough question. One which music lawyers have been arguing about for a long time. I wouldn't worry about it now. That's a really good question though. But I wouldn't worry too much about that now.
What's going on in the actual video?
Just going to like see different events.
Like, you know, you see them, was it narrative that you done too?
Yeah.
Like the story and
That's what I was thinking of, how the narrative might be of the actual artist and how he grew up to be how he is now.
like how did it start off and like how did it finish? Like, is it like gonna be? Is he gonna change like the song?
Yeah, from when he was a kid and he just had to hustle his way through and then became an artist or rapper.
Okay. I think you really need to develop what's actually going to happen in your video. I think there needs to be a lot more of a real sense of what the narrative's going to be. In terms of that, I would probably advise you to watch, because if you're thinking of doing what I think you're thinking of doing, I advise you to watch Unfinished Sympathy by Massive Attack, Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve as well, and probably also the video that Baldit showed as well, Today Was a Good Day. Those are all sorts of videos that I think would be worth watching as well. What's the video with Biggie when he's talking about exactly what you're talking about, what it was like when he was in the hood growing up? No, the one that was big. It wasn't Juicy, that one, yeah. Watch that and actually look at what the director did in that video to show what it was like for him. I think that's going to be a very difficult video to cast. I can't think of many people that are at this school who you could even feasibly have playing that guy when he's a kid. Maybe Reese, possibly. Like maybe Reese, or maybe I don't know.
That's what I say it. Like, if your artist is American, it's gonna look really odd, I think. It's so hard to make people look American. Like, I think America, like.
No, it's not hard.
No, it is.
Not necessarily that difficult.
You just put a do-rag on and a new era.
No, but to even stuff like to make them look like, if you put anyone our age into a video, they wouldn't look American. I just think they wouldn't look American.
I can understand what you mean. However, I think we have to be quite sympathetic to the constraints you're operating in. So you can't really, you know, maybe that's a point for you guys to consider trying to find British artists. Well, I'm just
the genre of music that you want. There's not many British artists that are good songs.
That was just a point that came out. You didn't need to jump on the defensive, shall we? Okay. Some further point. I just think that would be quite difficult to cast. In terms of branding, then I'm assuming that this guy is going to be dressed. If he's thinking about being a gangster, he's going to be dressed like quite sort of.
Yeah.
Like, gone.
Like he's just gonna wear like baggy clothes.
Like a thug, that sort of thing, yeah. In terms of your ancillary products, how are we going to make this guy look on your DVD cover?
Well, basically, the DVD cover might just have like a shot from the video of the young people, and then it will have on that part of it will have the actual artist. Just like contrast.
Okay. I think that needs some more thought as well. So I'd like you to think about that quite strongly over the weekend. And in terms of magazines, where would you?
What do you want done with their tapes, please?
Can they leave them on Mr. Shack's desk?
Yeah, I'll just put that on the back of the magazine.
Okay. We need some more thought here. Definitely need some more thought. There was a high standard set today, so you need to put some more thought into it, okay? Because the other three guys presented today did incredibly well. But you still did well, Viren. Thank you very much.
Thank you.